Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So let me start today's video by talking about a very interesting anecdote that happened with me recently. So I was at the Mumbai airport and I had to kill some time. So I just roamed around. I saw an SBI payments card kiosk and people were just like yelling that, come buy credit card from us. I did not budge. I moved around. Then I saw like bunch of other banks doing the same that, hey, come buy credit cards from us. This, that. Again, I did not budge. The moral of the story is that banks, BNPL companies, bunch of other different companies are selling cards in India the way vegetable vendors sell Lauki Ture Tinde. So that is what the situation has become in India. Now I can keep educating people about the pros and cons of credit card. But hey, credit card economy is going to pick up in India. There is absolutely zero doubt about that. So I thought that, okay, what are some of the key trends in India that are going to shape our Indian economy? So I'll have a brief discussion with you. There are 5 specific points that I will tell you. And more importantly, I will tell you that why in the next 10 to 15 years, your wealth can go 10x from where it is now. If you just simply invest in sensible companies, you don't need to do any magic. You don't need to find multi-baggers. You don't need to invest in penny stocks, nothing of that sort. Just understand these 5 key trends. Adjust your bets a little bit and you will see your wealth compound. And this could be the best period for India. The next 1 to 2 decades could literally be the best period for India. And I will prove this point systematically. So let us get the video started. And the first key trend that I see shaping up in India is its demographic dividend. Now, what is the meaning of demographic dividend? So demographic dividend in simple terms means that how your population gives you some dividends to its nation. Okay, I've confused you. So let me explain that a little bit. For example, age, education, skill set of your population. These are some of the key attributes that can provide dividends or benefits to a country from its citizens. So that is what demographic dividend means. Now in India, the demographic dividend advantages are huge. To help you understand that better, let me tell you a backstory about China. In the last 35 to 40 years, China has grown at a rapid pace. It has grown at an average CAGR of 9.2% GDP growth consistently for the last 35-40 years. This is massive, and this is one of the reasons why you would have heard of statistics like that, hey, China has pulled out roughly 700-800 million people out of poverty, which is a big deal. And now China is one of the leading contenders to become the apex economy in the world. So that is the backdrop. Now, interesting point is that India and China got freedom at approximately the same time. China grew really fast. India did not. Let me know in the comment box if you would want me to do that systematic comparison and help you explain why. But for topic of today, you need to understand that China also enjoyed massive demographic dividend. Their population was young, intelligent, hardworking, and they had a lot of attributes that mirrored India's population as well. Now what is happening in China, and take a look at this particular chart, you will see that China's population is growing older. Its demographic dividend in terms of the age has peaked already. That is not the case in India. But if you take a look at this particular chart, you will clearly see that India has at least 3 decades of growth that is left in terms of extracting benefits or dividends out of its young population. Now the standout advantage for India here is fairly simple, that if you take a look at the world population all across the globe, be it the US, be it Japan, be it China, be it South Korea, a bunch of other developed economies, the population is aging in all these different countries. But with India, we have 3 decades of growth left. So basically, this demographic dividend is our number 1 advantage in terms of becoming a more advanced economy. This is the first key trend. And you might say that, Akshat, how will this benefit me specifically? And what should I be doing to benefit from this trend? Just simply go and invest. If you don't know how to invest, just simply go pick an index fund and invest and wait for 20 years and you're done. This is the simplest piece of advice that I can give you, and this is a very honest piece of advice I can give you. Now comes the second point, which will help you optimize your portfolio also. So listen to this part very carefully. Now in India, since the population is younger, our habits can be oriented very easily. And this is something that you might already be witnessing. For example, if you go speak with your parents, grandparents, they used to save a lot. We tend to spend a lot. We are influenced a lot by digital marketing, social media, a bunch of other different things. So our psychology of spending has changed completely. And this is happening for a reason, and I will show you 2 charts. Take a look at chart number 1, and here you will clearly see that the credit card penetration in India is really poor, even compared to developing countries like Indonesia. In India, the credit card penetration is only 3%. In Indonesia, the credit card penetration is 7%. In the US, it's 320%. Why? Because one person buys like 3, 4, 5 credit cards. I don't know what they do with it. Probably they just live on airport lounges or whatever. But yeah, that's the situation there, that in the US, people are having multiple credit debit cards. In India, people do not have that many credit debit cards. And therefore, at the Mumbai airport or any airport for that matter, if you go, and you will clearly see that a lot of credit card, debit card hawkers have come up and they will try to sell you all this stuff. And people are going to buy it. Now this is reflected in the second chart. And here you can see the credit card growth rate in India. Now you can clearly see from this chart that from financial year 2005 to 7, there was boom in the economy. Everything was going well. Then there was a burst because there was 2008 crisis, so it crashed. Then there was a consolidation period, and now there is a very clear breakout that from financial year 2014-15 onwards, there has been a very clear growth trajectory in terms of the penetration of credit cards in India. So this credit card economy is only going to go up. You simply need to ask yourself a question in order to benefit from this trend, that who eventually benefits from credit card penetration in India? You will say people. The answer is no. You will say probably airport lounges. The answer is no. And the right answer there is banks. Because when it comes to BNPL, new age banking, neo banks, this, that, what is happening is that these banks are partnering up with all these different players. So that is a simple game that is being played out right now, and the eventual beneficiaries are going to be banks. So if you simply go in the stock market right now and pick some very good lenders, example, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, etc., you are solid. Just put your money and be done with it. You don't need to keep tracking the market all the time, unless something major happens, of course. But I hope you get the analysis that, hey, if these type of psychological trends are shaping up the customer behavior, there is going to be an eventual beneficiary of all this, and that happens to be credit lenders and banks. So please align your portfolio accordingly, and that is one of the reasons why almost 50-60% of my portfolio is geared towards financial services in India. Is it a risky bet? Probably. But am I going to make asymmetric returns in case my bet is right? The answer is definitely. So I am betting big on financial sector in India. Now, the third key trend that is shaping up India is the rise of the creator economy. I will say, Akshat, you know what? This is like nothing new. I've been hearing about it for so long. What's new about creator economy? Some of the other trend keeps on coming up. Why are you so bullish about the creator economy? I'm bullish about the creator economy because India is a low to moderate tech kind of an economy. What do I mean by that? So imagine this, that after 2000 dot-com bubble, majority of the companies came up where? They came up in the US. Even if you go and speak with Western counterparts or your Western friends, they will all say that, you know what, that countries like Israel are very innovative. Countries like South Korea is very innovative. Countries like the US and Europe, some European countries are very innovative. They never take India's name. They will always say that, hey, you know what, Indian engineers, great, awesome. They provide back-end engine support to the entire world's tech engine. So we have been at the back end so far, but now certain things are changing. For example, when it comes to being in the creator economy, what is it that you typically need? Number one, you need like internet connection. For example, I'm sitting in a hotel room shooting this video for you. I can do it easily on the internet, and internet penetration in India is growing, and the data charges in India are very low to begin with. So that is a great job that has been done by the government. Now, I'm not praising any particular government. Please don't make this video political. So I hope you understand that one equation. The second part of the argument is that in order to benefit from these changing trends, you need your population to be skilled in certain attributes. Those attributes right now are two. One is that your population should be English speaking, or a large chunk of it should be English speaking. And second, they should have basic digital literacy. I'm using the word basic digital literacy. I'm not saying that they should be able to design like artificial intelligence based programs, nothing of that sort. I'm talking about basic stuff. Now, in India, if you take a look at this particular chart, it shows the percentage of population in India that can speak in English. But look at the absolute numbers. We are at number 2 when it comes to the absolute quantum of people who can speak in English. So the word of the day today is quantum. Let me know what does that mean. Now, why is this backstory important? It is important because you need to understand that how a country becomes more productive. Now, if you think about it, India has been an agricultural driven economy for the last several decades. I'm not saying years, decades. We have been an agricultural economy. Industrial revolution came in different parts of the world. It did not come in India. Tech revolution came in different parts of the world. It did not come in India. Many of you would retort that no, digital revolution, tech revolution has been in India. No, we are not the leading engines there. The top 5 to 10 companies are not India based. But when it comes to creator economy, India can become literally number 1. Why is that the case? Because A, You require basic English skills, at least to create some kind of content. Number two, your population should be digitally literate and should have the time to do it. So in India, the sheer number of people who will be a part of this digital economy will be huge, and they will extract massive benefits out of it. And even India as a nation will extract a lot of benefits out of it. Think about it this way, that the entire work from home space is not just applicable to India. It is present all across the world. So it becomes a competition for talent where the talent can work from home. A lot of Indians will be working from home, earning in US dollars, helping bring a lot of foreign money to India in real terms, because this money stays in India. So there is a very interesting stat that is often talked about, that hey, India's average income is roughly 2000 US dollars. It will grow to 4000 US dollars by 2030. But I am willing to bet my money that this average income will grow to at least 6000 US dollars in India by 2030 to 2035. And a large part of it will come from digital economy. Now, talking about the most impressive growth area within this digital economy would be starting with C, ending with O. I will not name the word, otherwise a lot of people just dislike the video, go away, ban the video, this, that, right? So I don't want to get into all those arguments. You can fill in the blanks, right? So the part that will grow the most within this digital economy starts with C, ends with O. And here you have the NFT economy that will power up a lot of things. Oh my God. So I said about NFT. So a lot of people will start blasting me now. So a humble request, please think about it rationally. Think about it from an international perspective. There are audiences for every product. You need to think about it honestly from that way. Now, in the past, artists, music directors, music composers, singers, all those different types of artists, they had to go through a middleman. NFT economy, the primary advantage is that you don't need to do it. NFT becomes a viable option. Play to earn games. For example, Axie Infinity, Decentraland. In India, I have invested in a company called as Zionverse. They launched the Lakshmi NFT. It sold out in a matter of days. Many of you keep on commenting that, hey, when is Zionverse releasing its next set of NFTs? I will talk about it on some other video, but they are coming up with new NFTs. And these type of metaverses, NFT driven economies are getting powered up in India. Lot of creators, lot of companies are coming out in this space. And this becomes one of the key talking points in the digital economy. So how you can benefit from this trend? Very easy. That number one, if you want to experiment with something volatile, taking positions in some asset that starts with C and ends with O might make sense. So that would be the most impressive growth area. Of course, it's volatile. Otherwise, pick companies that will benefit from this organic content creation space. A classic case in point right now is something like Zomato. So tell me in the comment box how Zomato is experimenting in the organic content creation space. The fourth key move that is happening in the Indian economy is that a lot of investments are moving out of gold, real estate, and several active funds and are moving into passive funds. Now, this trend has played out in the US also. So here is a chart for you that a lot of migration happened from actively managed mutual funds to passively managed mutual funds. In India, the trend is slightly slow because 90%, almost 90% of our wealth is right now logged into gold or real estate. This wealth is going to come into the stock market. It has already started to happen. Why? Take a look at this RBI chart, which talks about housing, that the rate of return on housing, the average housing in India has been really poor. It is hovering between 2 to 3%, which is really poor growth for any asset. If you take the last 100-year returns for gold, this is less than 5%, and gold is a very unsafe asset. You'll say, Akshat, why gold is unsafe? Because government has banned it. Government has confiscated gold in the past. Government had made buying and selling of gold illegal at times. So all these things have happened in the past. So as a result, developed countries, for example, US, South Korea, a bunch of other European countries, their primary wealth is logged into capital markets. Same will be the case as we grow from that 2000 average income mark to roughly 5 to 6,000 average income mark. Because when people have discretionary income, they will think about investing it sensibly. So going to capital markets will be one of the best moves. And that is one of the reasons why I am bullish on the AMC business in India. Now, this is not just backed by my theory. If you take a look at the entrepreneurial ecosystem in India, you will clearly see a bunch of new age companies getting into the AMC space. For example, Navi, Sachin Bansal already built Flipkart. Now he has created another unicorn in the AMC space. Zerodha founders, they are moving into AMC space. Bunch of other entrepreneurs are moving into this sunrise industry. So how will you benefit? Simply go and invest in AMCs. Now comes the fifth and final trend, which is both worrying and which is both an opportunity for India as well. It is the localization of the supply chain. Now, what has happened after the Russia-Ukraine crisis and due to current turmoil due to COVID 2020, supply chains are getting localized. In India, we have a program called as Make in India. Now, unfortunately, that program is not succeeding. Why am I saying it? Can I show you some numbers? 100%. So here are numbers for you. It shows the industrial growth in India, and you can clearly see that the industrial growth output is not improving in a country like India. When China was at its top, the industrial output on year basis was hovering around 10 to 12%, which is massive. India is 1/3 of that as of now. Why is that the case? That will require an entirely new video on this topic. There are a bunch of issues around legislation. There are a bunch of issues around how the laws work in the country. What are the taxation systems like? How to bring foreign money. So it's a combination of all those things. But industrial growth output is not good in India. The local supply chains are very weak. That is both an opportunity to improve. So if the Indian government is able to mold that and turn that into the right direction, India can become one of the most impressive superpowers in the world. So that is the note with which I will end this video. In summary, all of us have a great opportunity to become wealthy if we play our cards right by investing in sensible companies and investing in capital markets and another market which I will not name. So you can name it in the comment box. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.